Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cookie, and in today's video I'm going to be reading out some of the truly crazy stories that people sent me after I shared my story on how I got fired after 3 days. But before we even do that, I have a few things to say. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for the feedback, the positive, even the critical, even the negative ones as well, as long as they were not rude. Like, I'm happy. This channel, my analytics on this channel shows me that the people on this channel are between the ages of 25 to 34. Those are the most people. I have people that are from 18 and I have people older than 34, but the 25 to 34 brackets are the biggest. And what it just tells me and what I'm getting from it is that you guys are educated. You know, you guys are doing stuff like, an education doesn't only mean like you have a degree or whatever. Whether you have a degree or not, it just means that you're experienced at life and you know what you're talking about. And I love it for me because my goal on the internet has never been to have like an echo chamber where people cannot think for themselves and where people don't think. Matter of fact, I hate when people don't think. So it feels good to me knowing that my own corner of the internet, people can actually give feedback. People know things. People are doing things. I'm so proud of all of you. Thank you so much for the feedback. I'm truly so happy. And I don't know how to explain how happy and how blessed I feel to have you guys as part of like my community on here. So in this video, I got a lot of messages and like just heartbreaking stories from the previous video that I did. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing those people's stories, not all of them, but I'm going to be sharing maybe three main ones that I feel sum up some of the reoccurring things that I kept on seeing. I'm also going to put the stories here for you to pause and read because I'll summarize what the story is about, and then you can like pause and read for yourself to see the details of the story. Nothing is new under the sun. I haven't seen everything, but one thing I know is that history is a good indicator and history can, help us out. There are 15,000 people on this channel. It means that you may have gone through something. You may know somebody that has gone through something. So all these stories I'm sharing, please leave like 2 tips or 2 comments explaining new advice that you give the people going through these things. And even if it's not even related to the stories at all, you guys have experienced things, you guys know things, please just leave 2 comments telling people that are just getting into the work environment what to expect. It doesn't matter the country that you are in, because in the previous video as well there are people from America as well. So just leave comments that you would have loved to see or you would have loved to hear when you were just starting out your career. Does that make sense? Okay, now let's just get into the stories. At the end of this video, I'm also going to read out like the summary and general like advices that I got on the previous video as well for anybody that needs it. So let's get into the stories real quick. The first one says, "Good morning. I hope you're strong enough to help me. I have done virtually everything I can. I have given up on this. Long story short, I came from Nigeria and I have been practicing for a decade now. I looked for my job role, which is a CT job, but I couldn't get it. So I stepped down for a band 5 NHS X-ray job. When I came in, there was a Nigerian there, but for some reason best known to him, he chose to take sides with, the other races there to torment me. I even found peace in some of the white people there, but I never gained acceptance and trust in my ability or intellectual capacity. They have searchlighted me, criticized and over-examined everything that I do. I rarely get any of the weekend shifts. This has left me in pain daily and I have no say or authority to decide over anything. I have to resort to anything or bad habits to cope with this job. I have spent so much on interviews, but they are never fruitful. I don't know anyone here that can help me. This has made me unable to answer my mom's calls because I don't want her to feel bad, because I may just relocate back to my country. I saw your video and was somehow compelled to share this. Maybe somebody can help me. I am losing my mind. I don't know what to do. Please keep me anonymous." To me, this is very heartbreaking. And honestly, like, I don't even know where to start from. We'll call this story A. I'll say for story A, 10 years is a long time. And when people keep messing with you, it affects your mental health. And I can understand you, like, feeling despondent and feeling like you don't know what to do. Personally, I would say if it's possible for you to leave that work environment, to start looking for other options, because 10 years is a long time. Something I've noticed even from the comment section of my previous video is that like expats or migrants, anyone you want to refer to yourself as, basically people that have immigrated to a new country, we are very harsh on ourselves. And it almost like makes it seem like because we're harsh on ourselves, the system should be harsh on us as well. The system is already harsh on you. That's what I want to say. And Like, it's not going to add anything to your life to also be harsh on yourself as well. Because we're very self-critical, we tend to like project that onto other migrants as well. Like if you see somebody, like for example, some of the comments I got, people were like, a lot of it, not a lot, but some of it was like, the summary of the whole thing was, how dare you feel the need, or how dare you have the audacity to even stand up for yourself upon you did something wrong. Yes, I did something wrong, but I took accountability for it. Something wrong in quote, oh, but I took accountability for it. But does that now mean that somebody can lie against me? No, it doesn't mean. So all this to say that you need to know where the line is. Like there's a line. This nobody is dashing you money. If they hire you, it means that they need your expertise. It means that they need the job that you're doing. They need the work that you're doing. So please don't feel like they are doing you any favors by hiring you. If they did not need you, they will not. Have you ever seen where they're dashing money? Eh? Especially in the West. Like, have you ever seen? In fact, the most dashing money culture I know is Nigeria, and there's no even money. Do you get what I mean? So I feel you definitely need to look for somewhere else, because I even saw somebody that told me that, oh, before you start huffing and puffing, wait till you receive your ILR. And that's the mentality, unfortunately, that a lot of people have. Like, are you not a human being? Am I not valuable because of the papers that I have? I don't like, so I'll say it's the same situation here, where maybe you felt that, oh, you need to stoop to conquer. I'm not kidding. This was also a comment that I got. Somebody said you need to stoop to conquer. Wait for how many years you want to wait for? And you've already waited for 10 years. And I know, like, I may not have all the answers, which is why I'm also bringing this story here. So please, if you have better advice for this person, then please leave it in the comments below. Just say for advice A and then leave your comments. Personally, I think you should just try your best to switch jobs. That's my advice. And I know maybe you've tried, but just keep trying. Try your best to go somewhere that accepts you, because there's nothing more draining than going into a job where people just hate you and show you that they hate you every single day. Okay, like, I'm so sorry that's happening to you. Let's go on to the next story. This one is a story, but it was as a comment. And the person said, I'm sorry you went through that. To be honest, I understand you. On my first day of resumption at my workplace, even though I tried to be the friendliest I could be on that day, I didn't know some of my colleagues perceived me from afar to be rude, strong, and have an attitude. Bear in mind, I hadn't even spoken to these people I'm talking about, but they already concluded. Good thing my organization has a policy, so they couldn't even flinch. Fast forward to years later, all of us are now fine, and they told me how they perceived me on my first day. I just think that unfortunately, stereotypes are a thing. Unfortunately, people are going to judge you based on like what they see. That's just human nature. Is inevitable. The only thing there's really not much you can even do about it. The only thing you can do is hope for the best and continue like working to show yourself approved. Continue to like do things how you're supposed to do them. Dealing with stereotypes is not good at all, especially when like something negative comes out of it. Thank God that in this story and in this situation, they couldn't do anything and nothing negative came out of it. But it's just having that awareness that if you go into somewhere, there's already stereotypes heaped against you. You now have to start dismantling it. Unfortunately, like, it's not a good situation, but you know, it's a situation that most of us typically find ourselves in. Thank God that this story did not come out negatively. Please share your comments as well on how people should deal with stereotypes, because this is something that a lot of people also deal with, and it was the theme around a lot of the comments that I got as well. The next story, I had someone in my former office lie to HR against me, saying I was bullying one of our colleagues. Mind you, everyone knew she spoke anyhow, and that's why the HR manager said she was going to take it with a pinch of salt. Funny enough, the girl she said I was bullying was also a HR babe and literally my work bestie. I only knew about it because she came to tell me, as she was shocked when her manager asked her about it. She asked me if I offended that girl in any way. We both told my manager the story the day I put in my resignation. My manager said she's probably just jealous and miserable because I was the youngest and I already had my career going great. I believe she was also maybe vexed. I was the only black person in the office with them. The other black people were factory workers, so she probably felt I was supposed to be in the factory too. She literally said it once, and I told her my contract said data analyst and not production operative. This story is truly insane to me. Like, how are you drinking paracetamol for somebody else's headache? How can somebody just look at your relationship with somebody else and say that, oh, you are bullying that other person? What my takeaway from this story is that even when you think, like, even when you're not directly conversing with somebody, even when you're not directly speaking to somebody, or working hand in hand with somebody, people are observant and people can see the things. This one is a negative connotation, but a lot of the times I heard a story and I heard a quote one time where somebody was like that, where do you think Fortune 500 founders find their COOs, CEOs? It's typically people that you work with. There's a lot of stories where people are like, oh, where I used to work, the people I used to work with, this was where I found somebody to start a business with me. This was where I found, like, there's a lot of like-mindedness there. So just also be mindful that people can be watching you. Thank God that this other person that you were friends with could defend you. Um, there's just another aspect to this whole work bestie thing, because in my opinion, if somebody is placed, okay, if they told that babe now, okay, it's either this your bestie at the office or your job, what do you think she'll choose? This is not for this story in particular, but I'm just saying the whole work bestie concept. Like, that's fine. Like, it's cute. Like, if you find a good person at the workplace, which is really rare, hold on to them tightly, because it's rare. It's not a common occurrence. Most of the time in office environments, there's a lot of like backbiting, but if you find good people, truly, truly show them that you value them, and also be a good person to them as well. You guys should also leave your comments for this story, and your feedback for like backbiting and things like this that have happened. So in this part of the video, I'm just going to give like a quick summary of all the advices that I've gotten from the comment section, just to add on to whatever it is you guys are going to put in the comments as well. So the first advice that I got in the comments was understand probation policies. Employers can terminate employment during the probation period. Be punctual and adapt to any new workplace that you get into. The second one is to beware of toxic workplaces. Some industries are more toxic and are prone to bullying and cliques. Research thoroughly about an industry before you get into the work environment. In this case, this person was referring to the NHS, but is something to note. You can also research other work environments. This is also true. Like, I know I was just going to tell you guys this advice and go, but this is also true. I find that I went from working with like professionals, what are those courses called? Like professional courses, like nurses, doctors, like lab scientists, all those things. I went from working with like professionals to working with creatives. And I find that working with creatives is a lot more freeing, is a lot more fun. Like, I don't know, is it just me? If you have worked in both settings, please can you comment below? Or if you work with creatives, please let me know if you have any horror stories, or if it's the same thing as me, where you find that creatives are a lot more free and they don't have problem, honestly. The next advice that I got mainly was put everything in writing. Always document everything. Follow up verbal communications with emails to create a reliable track record. Okay. The next advice that I got was to keep an email trail. Read all communication, especially regarding work hours or incidents, to protect yourself. Next one, plan job logistics. Evaluate commute feasibility before accepting the jobs, and always negotiate it in writing. The last advice that I got was to check in with your manager. Communicate regularly about work expectations and address misunderstandings early. So these are all the advices, and this is like a brief summary of what a lot of people were telling me. If you have more, please add it below, even if they don't pertain to the initial stories that I shared. We have come to the end of this video, and I just want to say a big thank you once again to everybody. Like, I love that you guys are like so smart and doing so many things. Like, I've connected with a lot of people that I can't even believe, just from sharing my story. A lot of people don't have the platform to share their story. That is why I am sharing it here. Please help people in the comments. We have 15,000 people here. Like, there's so many bad things going on, but I feel that if we truly start telling each other what to do, it's not, because you can be in a workplace and you can be seeing another migrant, another person is making a mistake. Use that opportunity to tell them in this comment section now, or like something you generally see. I got a lot of comments about like emotional intelligence. Write it again here. Maybe people need to grow their emotional intelligence as well. We're not perfect. You're not perfect. You must have made your mistakes as well. But please don't be rude in the comments. And yeah, that is the end of this video. Before I close up, I want to give honorable mention to some very, very funny looking comments that I saw. First of all, the person that said that I should wait till I get ILR, I should not huff and puff. President General among the nations. President General among the nations. I salute you. And the other person, like, there was one other comment. I cannot honestly read that comment out. You guys should just sit here. He said something about how Nigerian women are really, Oga, I don't know who offended you, but I hope that person is no more with you. And I'm very happy for her if she has escaped you, because this comment, it really came from somewhere, because I don't know where you heard African time in that previous video. So once again, I say, President General among the nations, I salute you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share, turn on your notification bell, all those things. if you like this video, or if you like the last video and this one as well, my next video I'm going to be speaking to a director of marketing. I'm going to be speaking to somebody that has, grown her career here in the UK while also navigating having a child. She was pregnant when she first came to this country. So please, like, click on this video here and listen to my conversation with this person. She is so cool to me, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this conversation as well. Thank you so much. Keep being a free thinker, and I love you. Bye.